somehow I've never actually pickled before, even though pickles are probably one of my favorite things to eat. And growing up, there was always a jar of pickles around the house.
So we went to the Brooklyn Flea, and we tasted samples from Rick's Picks and from McClure's, and they were really delicious. We went across the park to the farmer's market, and we had a talk with Nick Horman, who makes some of the absolute most kick-ass pickles we've ever had. This week on Working Class Foodies.
I don't know how I became a pickle man, just born into it, you know? I'm actually a third generation pickle man, so I was born
Is that the technical
into the
term,
brine.
pickle man?
Pickle man.
Okay.
Pickle man?
Yeah.
In college, I decided I wanted to make some extra cash, so I started doing flea markets. Here I am 6 years later doing a bunch of farmers markets, and it's been great. There's essentially three kinds of basic types. Barrel cured is the lacto fermented. That's ancient tradition. It's like the full sour. It is like the real pickle. If another pickle man comes up, he's going to taste your sour and be like, to see if you're the real deal.
Right.
Keep it simple. Fresh garlic, fresh dill, and let the pickle speak for itself. And then the kosher dill pickle. That is a vinegar-based brine. That's a secret family recipe, actually, the kosher dill. The third variety would be like the sweet kind, and those have sugar, a little bit of salt, and vinegar, and that keeps it stable. The sugar helps preserve it too. Sweet Cajun is actually one of my favorite sweet ones because there's a lot of sugar in there. Really good with cheese. I recommend that as an hors d'oeuvre, like a Havarti cheese or a Gruyere. Beautiful. I see this as an opportunity to exchange with people, and it's a creative act. Anything seems to be a creative act, whether you're doing science or food or doing philosophy. So that's what we like about our pickles. It brings people together.
He really gave us the inspiration and the push to finally try pickling at home.
He takes every spice out of the cabinet, sprinkles everything. So we're sitting there, we're all looking at each other going, oh, jeez, this is really not gonna taste good. It was one of the better tasting things that I've had. Oh, that's just his cooking, that's just his style.
So for this recipe, I need about 2 ounces of salt, and then I can add in my quart of water. So now I'm gonna take this jar and I'm gonna pack it with all of my seasonings, which are gonna be dill, I'm gonna crush up some garlic, peppercorns, pickling spice, and I'm gonna put in my cucumbers. You're only causing trouble and you're making it hard for me to find enough. So the brine bag is gonna weight them down. The reason you use brine in the bag is in case it breaks, at least they're gonna get more of their own brine, and then they'll keep fermenting. They're gonna be some kick-ass pickles. We're gonna make sauerkraut now, which is the easiest pickle to make. You just salt cabbage and let it rot. But it's a controlled rot, which is what makes it tasty. God, it's amazing. Everything around. 1 cup of white wine vinegar, half a cup of white vinegar, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt. Bring that to a boil. Just do this gently. You don't want to mash the vegetables down. You just want to release any air bubbles that are trapped in there. So I've got this jar of cucumbers, which I've already sliced, and these are just baby sweet peppers. So these are both ready for the brine, which is basically a sweet bread and butter brine. Pour the brine on once it's simmered for 4 minutes, and then they're gonna go right into the fridge, where they will last for at least 3 months. Cheers.
Cheers.
These are really good.
Really good.
We just made really good pickles. It's sour. It's good. So the price breakdown for pickles is we spent $2 on cucumbers, $3 on peppers, $2 on cabbage, $1 on dill and garlic, 25 cents on pickling spice, and $3.50 on the jar lids.
So altogether, that's $11.75 for 5 jars, which is $2.35 a jar.
I mean, that's
It's cheaper than the vegetables themselves. If you've pickled before, send us your stories, your favorite pickle recipe, the craziest pickle you've ever tried to make, or even just what your favorite kind of pickle is to eat.
Yeah.
And we'll feature it on the blog. And if you are enjoying our show,
subscribe to it. 2 thumbs up.
we have a lot more great stuff coming.